You're a doing.
Doing you. We're going live. Going live. We are live.
We're live. Okay, I don't see it. You're a liar.
I'm a liver. Five aliver.
It takes a little bit.
Mellow yellow. Yeah, it takes a little bit. You only got to see, this is the green room. So technically what we do, or what we did before, was we waited 5 minutes or we waited for 5 people to show up. But now 5 people show up constantly. So now we're just waiting 5 minutes. I'm not giving you the option.
Okay, we're just in the green room then.
This is just the green room. You can still get snacks.
Get craft services.
You guys, I'm sure, are running to the freezer to fill up tall plastic glasses with ice.
No, I already have that. It's right next to me. Are you ready?
Oh, thank God. I can't even hear it.
Well, I've got a straw in it. I know what you're saying. You shook it next to the microphone. Why would that matter?
Yeah. Is it a sound-deadening straw?
We bought this Cheetos jalapeno cheddar popcorn.
Gross. Continue.
It's good. It's good shit. It's mostly jalapeno and less cheddar.
How much popcorn?
90% popcorn.
90% popcorn.
Wait, did I just hear a sound drop?
There was a little bit, yeah.
Did you? I don't know. Maybe it
sounded like an electric razor next to the microphone.
Yeah, it did sound like you were shaving.
Yeah, so that's every time somebody would come in, I would recognize them with that. But now we've got so many people in here already. I'll just say, hey, everybody.
Hey, everybody. Hey, Factornaut, Dee Dee, Kayla, Athena.
Yeah, the real thing's gonna happen, Andy. But again, we're in the green room. This is warm up. This is nice, relax. This is what you get before the show. It's like the warm up act that everybody hates.
The only thing I still have on my desk that is like an action figure. Do you remember you gave me like this weird one-eyed glow-in-the-dark rabbit?
Yes, I have its counterpart. I am going to point at it. There it is.
It holds my charging cable for my Steam Deck in place on my desk.
That's rad. As soon as we go live for real, I'm gonna point at that rabbit because it is literally inches from my face. Should we go live?
Just do it. Joe's here.
Has it
Hi,
been
Joe.
5 minutes? Oh, are you a liar?
3 minutes, but okay, I'm playing the theme song, so everybody shut up.
Anger the FCC.
You're listening to FFOP Radio.
Reach the
And welcome to the show. My name is Dave, and this is an impromptu live episode. Live to tape, right? Of FFOP Radio.
I never get to be live.
Yeah, well, now you are alive. You are as Kiss has done before you. But let me introduce everybody to the show. Hey, my name is Dave. And now I'll introduce my guests. You know them from this show, probably. Or maybe you're listening and you know them personally. I don't know who you are right now. But up first, all the way from the Marina Sparks area, via satellite, because it's expensive, and that's what this show's all about. Mr. Andrew Burgerman Bergevin. What's up, Andy?
They could know us from our very popular other show, which paid me $75
total.
Yeah, pretty much. But I got to buy a video game. I got a joke for you that a kid in Adam's sister's class made up for me yesterday. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Knock, knock.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, now I'm remembering what these were like. Who's there?
Takis.
Okay, Takis who?
You hate Takis. Sorry, that was the joke that was told to me, so that's what you get.
All right. Moving right along. Right next to Andy there, we have one Mr. Adam J. Hubbard, Cobalt Wallace, Esquire.
Oh, you remembered my Gemsona name.
Yeah, how can I not? Every time somebody says something I can confuse with a sexual deviance, it's locked in. And then, of course, I'm going to fade her in here on the video. There's Chris over there on the chair. Ta-da!
Whoa.
Boo!
We're Marley. Oh, wait.
So, guys, here we are live. And full disclosure, I was going to phone it in during the recording, and now we have to do it live, and I'm going to have to really phone it in because yesterday I decided to start this push-up. It's like it looks like Candyland. It's this huge plastic board, right? And you can pop in these little handlebars to do different.
Push-up Candyland.
Basically,
where you're stuck in the fudge swamp.
Yeah, like if the red track is everything that works your biceps, the blue track is triceps, yellow is chest, and then their shoulders. And so it's a big, Jenga looking thing.
Okay.
What is it?
No,
Like
it's
on
like
the
it's like a
floor?
push-up board,
Yeah,
and
it's like
then
two
I
boards.
assume they're differently spaced for
Yeah.
different sorts
Yeah,
of
there's
muscle
a,
groups.
there's a bunch of holes. So I was going ape shit on it yesterday. It was fun as hell. And so today I woke up from navel to neck, really
Yeah.
regretting it. Really regretting it.
What's that game? Is it? It's not cribbage, is it?
Uh,
I feel like there's a game that has a pegboard like that.
oh, maybe.
It's croquet.
Yeah, it's croquet.
The whole world's your pegboard and croquet.
Kayla says someday I'm gonna take my FFOP poster to Reno Sparks and get it autographed.
Yeah.
You should. I'm highly available to sign
Yeah,
things.
then it'll be worth more.
Highly
Couldn't be worth
available.
any less.
That couldn't be worth less.
Anyway, moral of the story, I doubled down on that today by we got my son a trampoline and it was fun as hell. And now my lower
Nice.
half is as tired as my top. So
Trampolines are just awesome until the moment that they're not. And that moment is when you're 17 feet in the air, headed towards the ground.
well,
This is just a little
this is a baby
in the
one.
house one.
I would say the worst part of I've never rocketed myself towards freedom over a fence or gotten that high and had any major accidents like that. But the time that was always like donezo for me is like when you jump and you jump and you jump and you forego every bodily need, thirst, you're holding onto a gallon and a half of piss. It's not until like my throat is now just sandpaper and slammed shut and it is no longer it's not like, oh, I can put this off anymore. It's life or death.
True.
Jumping is fun.
Cribbage is the answer to that peg
Cribbage,
debacle.
okay.
Was cribbage.
Don't crib my style.
Get
Don't
out of here.
Crib
I'm
my
sorry.
Why did
badge.
this-
I'm sorry. No, David, I know all about muscles now. I bought Arnold Schwarzenegger's book,
Which
the
one?
Encyclopedia to Bodybuilding,
Okay.
Oh.
which has a lot of great info about exercises, and also, if you're into dudes, a lot of pictures of dudes wearing practically nothing.
Yeah, I
Little poster
guess.
for you.
That seems like a strange book for you to buy.
Oh, but I've been getting into like lifting weights and stuff. I bought a set that can one of those modular sets that's like has like a peg that you can pull out and like do the.
A lot of pegs happening this episode.
There are a lot of pegs. A lot of pegging this episode.
Yeah, I'm on deck to inherit one of those ones that you turn. Maybe it was even one of those expensive Bowflex one where you click up from like 10 to 50 pounds on those little dumbbells.
I got something similar like that for Christmas.
This is what people tune in for.
Yeah, our weightlifting.
Dumbbell
There's
talk.
like a tab that you can move on the top that like changes the weight, and then there's a dial in the middle that like changes a smaller amount of weight.
This is
I think it
awesome.
goes anywhere from like 10 to 50 some pounds.
David, you could change the name of this show to Dumbbell Talk, and it wouldn't change the thing at
Hey
all.
guys, welcome to Live Talk, where we're talking about lifting things and what they look like, how many knobs they got. Adam, what's
James! Dumbbell.
Dumbbell pegs.
how many knobs you rocking, brah?
Just the one.
Just the one knob? Pfft, you ain't knobbing hard enough, brah. Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna peg your knob.
So what's it's been a while since we've last touched base. Anything broken loose? Anything shaking up Reno way?
I've mostly been doing homework and just watching
Boring.
shitty kids. Sometimes there's really shitty kids, Dave.
Oh yeah.
On April Fool's Day, I had a 13-child brawl.
April Fools.
That was a nice joke. Whoa, 13's an unlucky number too, so I see what they were going for.
The joke, I wasn't out on the playground. Luckily, I was just eating my peanut butter sandwich in the comfort of the classroom when half my
Crying.
class didn't come back. And I said, oh shit, where is everybody? Are they still playing? Because I know you guys suck and they might just be out there ignoring the whistle.
Probably shouldn't tell the kids that.
You guys suck.
Where's the sucky half of class?
Like, oh no. So eventually I pieced together that a couple of kids decided as an April Fool's joke, they're going to fake fight. Well, one of the kids in my class said, fight? Bam! And fucking just rocked one of them in the chin, which started a whole chain reaction
What? Yeah, okay, so
of
that's
children.
I don't get. Okay, here's the thing. Pranks are hilarious. I love pranks. I used to go through these periods where I would just devour prank shows on YouTube. But I don't like that variety of prank where they start out and everybody is like super into each other's face and like then it just breaks into a dance party or something. Like,
Yeah.
I don't feel like the break intention needs to be driven so high, like where three dudes are coming at each other on a subway or a dude pulls out a knife or something. Like, I've seen some really fucked up ones that end up fine. But I don't feel the need to be like, oh my God, that person in the subway literally feared for their life for 3 seconds before everything was okay again.
In other news, the knife flash mob was gunned down today.
Yeah, like, oh my God. Like, and you also see those too. All the kids who get punched by dudes who don't like to be in TikTok videos.
Yeah.
I like
I
the
could
pranks.
subscribe to that channel.
Oh, there's a guy making his own TikToks. He doesn't like to be in TikToks unless he's punching a kid.
Only on my terms.
No, yeah, what you do is you put a live camera over your shoulder all the time, waiting, and basically just walk up and down Walmarts, right? Waiting for someone to TikTok you so you can TikTok them back and punch them on your TikTok.
That's a
Seriously,
lot
though,
of TikToking.
this speaks to me. I need to find these videos.
Does it?
Athena says number 13 is lucky.
Depending on your culture.
True. Number 4 is unlucky in some Asian cultures.
True. Number 23 is part of a movie.
The other thing, David, is the game Fortnite
Sure.
got rid of all the building.
Okay.
So you're looking at an almost 40-year-old man who has won an entire game of Fortnite.
Wow.
So is it just called Night now?
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
night.
Or they could call it Night Night because now you're double tapping dudes and putting them out.
Just see, and like you'll play this game, and you'll see the people that are playing on phones because they'll stop moving. And you're like, okay, well, just stand there, motherfucker.
Oh no, I dropped to 3G.
Like, goodbye, child who has this on an iPhone in the back of a van.
But here's the thing. It must be just like best case scenario for that person, right? I would never, like, when I would see kids playing Minecraft on a phone or any of these full-blown games that I had consoles on a phone, like, it must have, your only option, right? That's the only option that you have.
Obviously, life has put you in a corner.
Yeah, and it's typically your mom's phone, so yeah, I guess so. But it's just like, maybe this is old man Dave talking, but I love a nice joystick and some buttons.
Yeah, no, I like I'll take a keyboard, mouse, then joystick and buttons, and then the last option is touchscreen because touchscreen is just not
touchscreen.
Yeah, there's no feedback, and it's like, I don't know. But then you just have those kids, or I shouldn't say kids, because by and large, you know, you're playing COD on a phone. You're probably in your 20s.
Right.
I see. No, I doubt it. I think that I've gotten to the age where I think that everybody on the internet is anywhere from 14 to 19.
If they're playing on a phone, like they obviously don't have a job.
Yeah.
Is that true? Can we back that up?
No, that's true. If they don't have, like,
All
anybody
right.
playing on a phone doesn't have a job.
Like, why would they be playing on a phone?
Oh,
Because
true.
they're at their job.
Right,
No,
right,
that's
right.
true. They could be at their job.
Right.
And they're
But-
just avoiding responsibility. Imagine it's a brain surgeon. He's just on his phone. He's like, I just got some sick kills.
No, there's no way. Like, you would have to be so dedicated to divorcing yourself from reality to, like, not only play on a console when you are afforded the opportunity, but to get good enough to play on a phone? No way.
You know that there's some dude out there that is like the phone savant.
Could be.
Like 360 no scope, bam, bam, bam. And
Yeah,
also,
but that was your nickname in high school, I remember, because you were so good at Snake.
yeah, 360 no snake. That's what they called me.
Snake.
Yeah, we were always that. Yeah, this was hilarious because we were making that meme way before Metal Gear Solid. There would be Andy on his Nokia brick phone nailing it at Snake. The whole screen was black, right? It was all just Snake.
Yeah, and once you reach a certain point, you didn't have to push any buttons anymore. It was just a black screen, and it would still have like points up in the corner, but they didn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, once you reach Ouroboros, then you've won.
Yeah, Ouroboros it.
Yeah, that you were legendary in the old days. Too bad that wasn't transferable to literally any other skill.
My forest green Nokia phone that you could probably kill a person with.
Oh man, I was gonna show you a couple of things. One, the bunnies that are right here, and two, my Nokia phone's right up here.
It is. It's orange.
I'll be
Still,
waiting.
still
we're waiting for
intact.
visual.
Oh, Should I pull it down? No one cares. It looks like a Nokia phone. You can kind of see it. It doesn't
Well,
matter.
There's the bunny.
So we were talking about this. I have the brother of David's bunny.
Mhm.
Because he gave it to me last time we were in Arizona. He's like, I want you to have this. I was like, I'll take it, sir.
And you
I'll
never
hold it
forgot
close. No, it sits here, and when I walk out here in the middle of the night to get water, it glows at me.
Yeah. Okay, so I got a trio here. And the reason I got that for you is because I knew you would put it somewhere and it would glow in the dark, so you'd always have to look at it. And it was weird, but also it was from a weird vinyl-based Japanese-themed toy store that lasted for a hot 3 months.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, ours survived COVID.
Is it
Really?
still around?
This
Yeah.
is pre-COVID.
Shout out to KD Empire on Sparks in Sparks on Pyramid
Pyramid.
Way,
Not
where
a sponsor.
they just sell fucking pop figures and really expensive Japanese shit.
Hey, they're hanging in there. I
Yeah,
just don't
it was-
get over there too much.
It was if times were right, a store like that can thrive. But boo, gonzo. But it was so awesome. It was all the stuff like that. It was stuff you would never ever ever think of. And then just like
They had a one-eyed pug walking around.
yeah, they had a one-eyed pug walking around. But like
Awesome.
have you ever had that maybe I'm sure you had these toys growing up, the little muscle figures that you'd collect. They were like
Yeah.
eraser figures.
Kaneko Men.
Yeah. So I had a
Never heard of
shit
it.
ton of those growing up, and every once in a while you get wistful for them because they had a familiar, like, sweet smell and they were a pleasant feel, and they were just summoned to memory. And this fucking place had like a goddamn, like, a shovel full of them that you could like, it was like
Shovel them up.
yeah, for however many a pound. And like, don't think that for a minute I wasn't like contemplating cashing out everything I owned, filling a room with them, and roll around naked in them.
So muscle figures are interesting because it's based off a manga, and like all of the characters are dumb. But sometimes I'd be like, that's a little racist. Let's look up the name in Japan. No, his name is still Ramen Man.
What? Wait, Ramen Man isn't just like the noodles?
No, but he's like a generic Chinese guy in the muscle figures. His name is just Ramen Man.
Right, but I don't think that. Okay, so what came first? The muscle figure? No, you said the manga came first, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so then that doesn't make sense. I would like if this was like a GI Joe or whatever, the toy came first situation, and they were just pumping out a bunch of generic models and had to come up with names. Then you could be like, yeah, a couple of them slipped through and whoops. But if these are established characters, it's a little harder to defend.
It's about wrestling. There's also Buffalo Man and Sunshine and Skull Taker. But David, I've gotten away from what I was doing. I'm looking at my desk, and I have at least 5 other things here from you.
Nice. Like what?
Yeah, I have assorted baubles from David.
Well,
as well.
I have this
I wish you had a
meditation
camera.
spinner.
Your what spinner?
The meditation spinner you gave me.
Oh yeah. The little
Tibetan,
I've got a bracelet that is in
Morse code.
Morse code.
oh yeah. There you go.
We've got prayer beads, or meditation beads, rather. I mean,
Well, you can call them whatever you want.
suppose I could
Secular
pray.
beads,
I could pray with them. Yes, succulent beads.
succulent beads.
Such succulent beads you have, my dear.
Pretty
God, that
juicy.
was gross.
Yeah, I think half of the crap on this shelf is basically shit that I only buy on vacation, and I only vacation around you guys. So like I've got all of like half of this stuff is crap I picked up in Reno or stuff I bought here I would never buy, but I justify because someone who usually isn't within spitting distance is.
Oh shit, I do that all the time though. Like it's oh no, all these movies that I've wanted to buy, but I shouldn't.
Right,
But
but-
people are here and they haven't seen them. Oh.
But that's how you do it. You justify however you can to get whatever you want, because when you go out of town, you say, oh, it's vacation. Like if you were to throw $12, like when we went to Hawaii, and you would like not bat an eye throwing $12, $18, $22 at a drink in a pineapple, because number one, you're in Hawaii and you're like fucking awesome. But at home,
Pineapple.
if someone
Hell
offered
yeah.
it to you and were like, hey, these are like $3, would you want one? You go like, fuck that shit, and you knock it out of their hands.
Island life forever.
Yeah. You go, I live on
Island
the
life, he
island.
said.
And, oh, but it was the wrong accent.
Adam does that anytime I try to hand him a drink with any sort of fruit.
Yeah,
in it.
it's true. Like
'Cause he-
Diet Cokes.
Because he misses the
water.
island.
Yeah.
Like, here, have a cherry Coke. He says, "Island life," and he smashes it.
This is how they serve it on the island. That water better be in a goddamn pineapple.
Yeah, but that's all you gotta do is convince yourself that, because every
We did
time
that when Trung was here.
Yeah.
When Trung lived with us, we bought so many movies. So many. That's when the Seagal thing started, when Trung lived with us. We're like, yeah, you got to get that. We have to get 17 Seagal movies because Trung hasn't seen them.
what?
I'm getting my staff recommendation out of the way right now. The podcast Behind the Bastards did a whole Steven Seagal like two-parter.
Yeah,
That man.
He is becoming a really popular figure with modern day content creators, because I've seen a lot of stuff that I never thought I would see produced about him, and it is all hilarious.
Joe says you have
Steven
to come
Seagal,
back.
super rapist.
Joe says you guys have to come out this way to get some Boston or Salem stuff. Yeah,
Boston.
David and I have.
What
to
do they sell in
wait.
Boston other than beatings by the Irish?
Can I get some like Gravedigger's soil? Salem seems like there'd be a place for it.
Probably.
Hangman's fat candle.
I got a sensible chuckle out of Adam for the beatings by the Irish thing.
How much do you think those go for?
A beating by the Irish?
One potato.
God, stop.
Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, sure, we can have all kinds of knickknacks, but this place is already so full, and I have a big problem, because this studio is much, much bigger than my last one, and
Does
the
it
amount.
still smell?
Say what?
Does it still smell?
No, it doesn't
No.
smell anymore. Thank God. I got the carpets cleaned. That's another story for another day. But the stuff you can see is basically 10% of it.
Yep.
I've got some crazy faces all over the wall over here, and then it just wraps around the room, soup to nuts. And I'm sad that you can't see it, and I will probably never spin this camera around to show you, because there's so many cords attached to it, you're just screwed.
We need to do just like a video recording of the studio and just post it on Facebook or somewhere.
I think this is...
I had a bunch of kids at my practicum class tell me that I was horrifying because I showed them the picture of me with the Jason mask and the knife.
Oh, do they see through your glamour?
Yeah, that's fair.
What?
Because they were like, "Hey," well, I was trying to show them the difference between reliable and unreliable sources. I said, "Hey, I'm Jason Voorhees," and I showed them the picture.
Oh, okay. And you were trying to prove that you were reliable?
Unreliable. I'm not actually Jason Voorhees.
I mean,
But
if
then-
you put on the Jason Voorhees mask, you should be trying to teach them about like abstinence.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Like, I would say an unreliable narrator is someone who says, I'm Jason Voorhees, but can't back it up. But I thought that the example was, I'm Jason Voorhees, ergo, check out this screenshot of me in the toilet.
Well, no, like I was like, basically, I presented the thing. I was like, I was the guy in all those movies,
Oh. That's
and they were like,
less-
"That you're full of it." And I was like, "But I've got the photo."
But look,
True.
Well, but here's the thing. They obviously seem very clued into what's going on, because somebody would have said, I don't recognize that bathroom from any of the 10 films. 11 if you want to count the crossover, 12 if you want to count the reboot.
What a well-watched child.
How old are these
they are-
kids?
These kids are very well watched in horror movies. Like, these kids will be an anime. Like, the kids in 4th grade are like, "Hey, I've seen every anime ever."
Yeah, I feel like
How?
that's just
Back,
something that's
back in
going to
my
happen.
day, the kids would be like, "Hey," I'd be like, "Hey, I've seen every anime ever," and then I'd be pelted with potatoes from the Irish.
Yeah, I remember like having to go to Bookman's and like weed through VHS cassette tapes for new anime because it was so scarce. And now that it's everywhere, I couldn't give two shits.
They don't believe, like, the kids don't believe me. And I was like, "Hey," because they have like Dragon Ball backpacks. I'm like, when I was a teenager, we used to have to pay $40 for 2 episodes of that.
Yeah.
Like,
oh
we
my
had a
God.
friend rotation where Sean would buy one, I would buy one.
And then, but you got a little bit in return, because when you put the whole collection together, there was like a picture of Cell
Yeah.
or a picture of Frieza. Still felt like a pretty big fucking ripoff, though, right?
So you
It-
do that
it
with your
still
streaming
does.
services.
Like I
Well,
cannot.
but that's the way they do it in Japan right now. Is like they'll release episodes like, oh, this just was on whatever TV network is in Japan TV, and then like they'll be like, here's your Blu-ray for $40. It's got 2 episodes.
Well, yeah, I guess because people who are fans of physical media aren't going to shy away from something that they've been doing for decades now. But like I remember when we were transitioning from VHS to DVD, me and everybody I knew, our last holdouts for VHS were our anime tapes because they were still crazy expensive and everybody was still on that VCR thing. I remember Sean pulling out a big cardboard box and us rifling through it like it's an oversized thing of Legos.
They built a fort.
Yeah, we built a fort that we'd throw toilet paper at each other over the wall. And
You ever just want to build a fort? I mean, you have a kid, so you have an excuse.
oh, even before I had a kid, I would find low-key forts places.
It's ironic that you can't build forts in Fortnite anymore.
Yeah,
Shit.
it takes away the only thing that was worth living.
Look, that gave me that victory gave me some street cred in that class.
Well,
You
But-
talked about it in your class?
It was part of the unreliable sources thing.
but then you weren't able to back it up, right? Like, or did you pull up your record and be like, "Hey, guess what? I know
took a
I showed
picture.
you."
I took a picture and sent it to my friend group.
Nerd.
Andy says, bullshit, I didn't. Watch me do it on my phone right now.
Yeah, I'm the guy. Look, like I said, I was 360 no snake.
Yeah.
So proud he had to take a snapshot. Like that's what I feel like. That's what someone older than us should do. Like if you're taking a snapshot of your TV.
I'm not good. I'm not good at computer.
But now that you mention it, it's not like I can't like print screen on my TV.
Why not?
You can.
How?
Well,
Look at your
whatever.
remote.
That's the
button.
so now we have
Screenshot.
a game of endless night. So, but here's the thing. So now Fortnite is the biggest thing in the world. I've still never played a second of it.
Give it a
Probably-
shot. You feel really powerful until the last 5 minutes of the match when the people who are actually good come in.
I could probably count on one hand the amount of times I've played it.
It just doesn't seem like, because I don't get me wrong, I've watched a country mile of people who've sat me down and like, hey, check out while I watch me play Fortnite. Typically they were under the height of 4 feet.
So David, you want to know the wild ass shit? The match I won, the second to last person I killed was Naruto, and the person I killed to win was fucking Spider-Man.
Wow.
Nice.
If I remember right, you're trying to make friends with Doctor Strange at the time.
Was it-
Yeah, no, I bought the season pass for $5, and if I do good enough, I can be Doctor Strange.
I didn't think Tobey Maguire would play Fortnite.
Oh, it was Andrew Garfield, actually.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, I thought it was Tom Holland.
Joe says, I've really enjoyed playing without the building. And Kayla says, I can't make fun of this. I totally took a picture of my high score on DDR just a couple days ago.
Well, that's because now on if I stepped on a DDR machine, I would have my work cut out for me.
It'd be
So-
an uphill dance.
Yeah, totally. You got to get yourself a trampoline like I did. Build your stamina up.
It's a tiny trampoline. Embed my head in the ceiling like some sort of cartoon character.
So here's the thing. When I was a kid, our trampolines back then had those dangerous metal springs. Nowadays, you cannot get that. It's all bungee cords, basically equivalent. So the bounce on this thing is broke dick terrible. Like, yeah, in the old days with my spring trampoline, I could fucking bounce my ass to the ceiling and back. This thing, I can't even endanger myself with the fan in the room.
It's not even a real trampoline anymore.
And yet it took all of David's muscles to do it.
Well, not all of them. I just did it for so long, I got tired.
Were you doing anything else at the time?
Well, aside from jumping, no. I was watching TV. Also, I was jumping
This
and
is
watching
David's
TV.
new meditation thing. Is he will meditate while like just bouncing up and down.
Yeah.
Anything will work. Walking, sitting, bouncing, whatever. But and plus, when your kid is like daddy's turn, you cannot. Most of the time, you can't say no. Something like when I was totally gassed, I was like, no, I'm done. But
Well, yeah. The thing you do is when the kid is up in the air, you just shoulder them off.
Yeah.
well, no, I would just jump on while he was there, and half the time that would bounce him off, and then it was
Yeah.
daddy's turn again. So it's totally fine.
Double turns.
Oops, Daddy's turn again.
You can push Daddy off the trampoline. It's yours again.
Yeah, when your kid's easily distracted, he'll run off, and then, you can hear me run through the house and jump on before he realizes what I'm doing and kicks me off again.
The little curly-haired rapscallion.
Oh, I shaved him bald now. He doesn't have any curls.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Gonzo. I took him all.
He's in the army now.
Yeah,
His blonde hair is now coming back dark brown.
Weird.
like this
us.
guy. Well, that's what I did when I was his age. I told myself I was going to stay blonde for the first 3 years, and then I was done with it.
I used to be a toe-headed little shit.
I mean, you were a toe-headed big shit.
That's because I bleached it.
Some things never change.
So if you ever want kids to like boo and hiss at you or suck in air through their teeth as
Bleach
though
your hair?
they're really embarrassed for you, show them a picture, and Adam knows the picture of when you were a teenager and you got a picture done with all of your friends at a photo studio and you were a bleached blonde asshole.
Oy, so I everybody had the bleach blonde asshole thing going on. I did not do the whole full blown go to a studio with friends setup.
So
but,
we took pictures for Mother's Day.
Yeah, it was a Mother's Day thing.
Oh, that's different. I thought you guys were just like hanging out, like taking your shirts off, throwing them over her shoulder, like rubbing them together.
We
Like
got bleached hair.
yeah, you guys are doing like a fucking Yellow Jacket video, like
No,
like
that's it. Like we took the one mother photo and they said you have 5 photos left for your $40. Do you want to do anything? So we all took off our clothes.
yeah. Shirts first, and then since
And of course my pubes were bleached blonde as well because
They
in
drew,
sync.
they drew
'Cause-
the blinds in the photo studio.
yeah, here's what they don't tell you, because when you're a guy, you don't, and especially a guy in the 90s like me, they don't tell you, like they give you enough bleach for a lady who assumedly has a lot of long hair, so you can have a ton of it left over for the pits and the pubes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can make the drapes, the wainscoting, and the floorboards all the same.
Yeah, so when somebody asks, you can say, yes, they do.
Yeah, and it burns. It burns every day.
Joe says just bros being bros.
Yeah, just bros being bros. You pull out a nice like blonde pube with a nice thick brown root on it. Because, you know, a couple months go by, you forget to buy the stuff.
Is that how hair works? Like you pull it and it like the color remains?
No, because it's grown out. You missed the second half of that.
Oh.
I'm getting my hair bleached for the first time ever in 30-something years tomorrow.
Yeah, then you'll look forward to that, like that gray, that brown
Probably
racing
gray.
stripe as it grows out.
It could be fun.
I'm sure. I probably could get away with this at the job that I have now, but if I were to go nuts, I would make my hair like bright orange, like hugger orange.
You should just dye your beard blue.
Yep.
For the lulz,
Smart.
for
I
the
don't know,
reference
like-
to the pirate.
I don't think there's any rules against dyeing your beard at workplaces.
In fact, if they allow a beard, I'm pretty sure they legally allow anything
No,
you can
yeah.
do with the beard.
Oh yeah, they definitely do. I signed a contract that said, since you've grown a beard and we did not stop you, you now have carte blanche. And I was like, I better see that in writing. And of course, the next day it was like 8 inches thick contract. I had to go through a lot of work. And you know, I think I'm worth it. So I signed it, and now I can do whatever the fuck I want. So yeah, maybe I will.
Yeah. You can make that shit a windmill. I've seen that.
I've
Well-
seen it on a plane.
Here's the thing. The last time I cut it all off, I was stupid because I was like, you know what? Sometimes I like to start from scratch because it gets long, it gets unmanageable, and sometimes I don't want to worry about it for a couple of months. But then I did the idiotic thing of doing the mustache too. And that is the worst part because when you have a mustache, it's great. But every second before you can say you have a mustache is a fucking struggle for your life.
And itchy torture.
Yes. And it's getting in your, like, you have to train it every day. You like literally have to make sure it is always in the right spot. So when those hairs are now as long as your pinky finger, they are doing what they're supposed to. Otherwise, you will choke to death in the night or on your first slice of pizza. You're dead.
They're doing exactly what they're supposed to, filtering your drink.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like whales catch all the baleen, but it catches on the outside and you can save it.
Grill.
Oh, there was krill in this drink.
Yeah, you get a little mustache comb and flick it like when you clean your car windshield at the gas station.
Yeah.
You flick it at the maitre
Gas
d'.
stations. Do you have the stickers on your gas pumps?
Am I a human being? Yeah, we have those.
The Biden
Oh,
ones.
yes. I honestly have not seen one of those in the
Here's-
wild.
That's because I've been removing them from every gas station in
Listen,
town.
here's my joke, and no one will do this because the people who are vindictive like me or creative like me don't have the time and energy. But just get like a picture of like a really like a Walmart-esque lady and just
Ruben-esque.
underneath it have a caption that says "Your white trash mama" and put it immediately after the finger of the pointing man in the sticker.
The pointy man.
Yeah. So instead of
Damn it, David.
Biden,
That's such a good
pointing-
idea.
Yeah, it is. And instead of Biden pointing at the price and going like, ha ha ha, you could be like, and add another sticker and be like, oh no, Biden did get my white trash mama.
But now I'm going to go to the gas pump. I'm going to say, damn it, my white trash mama's blocking the gas price.
Damn it. But I'm not recommending that.
He drove his Ford Thunderbird into my mama's heart.
As funny as that would be, though, I'm not recommending more fucking garbage because I feel bad for all of those people who work at the gas station who are then tasked to get the remaining stuff off that everybody who is driven by rage alone quits after half the job is done.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're basically just promoting sticker warfare on a scale we've never seen.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's great for the economy because I'm sure we all have Facebook and you scroll past Marketplace and you go, 250, I did that stickers for $10. I'd be stupid not to do it.
Thank you, Redbubble.
Every time I click on Facebook Marketplace, it's like, hey, do you want some retro games or a sticker that says Pabst and Pussy?
Nice.
Yeah, I don't like
Curated for you.
Shit!
all
They
of
know!
Oh yeah, that is correct. They've been listening, so they know what you're looking for, Andy. Sorry.
Well, fuck.
Yeah, that is weird though. I purposefully tailor the Facebook Marketplace. I don't even look for stuff that I'm going to buy. I just look for stuff that I like so that when I'm swiping past, it'll show me pictures of cycles, or it'll show me pictures of cameras. Sometimes I'll stop and look because I like the pretty shapes and colors, but it's better than scrolling past and seeing and somehow these still slip through. And I don't know how this happens on either Etsy. I get Etsy, but like on Facebook, when it's like, have you seen those stickers of the Rim Reaper?
Is that a guy who slays buttholes?
I was gonna say, is this a butt thing or a car thing?
It's a cartoon of a picture of a butt with an actual butthole and the Grim Reaper giving it a Rim Reap job, I imagine you'd call it.
Does the Grim Reaper have a tongue?
In the fucking sticker he does.
So that's the only flesh the Grim Reaper has is his tongue so he can lick butt.
No. He also has eyeballs.
Oh, okay.
I don't think the Grim Reaper has eyeballs.
In the sticker, he totally does. He's got eyeballs because he's got to give you, the viewer, a little look at the eye. And he goes, you know where my tongue is, right? And then you go, yeah, it's in the butthole.
So he's glancing over at you, like he's currently eating ass, but also looking over at you as though you're in a public place.
Yeah, maybe I did a terrible job at describing the sticker. So let me start from scratch. Okay. So basically, you have this big fat ass, right? Like the class. It looks like the one from Guar, the father. What's his nuts? Big fat ass, right? Then you got the skeletal hands of the Reaper just embracing it like a big pizza pie, like a moon when it hits his eye, right? And he's looking to camera like, oh, look what's happening over here. And then you go, what's happening? You follow his long tongue, and it's in the hole of the butt.
Twist.
What a twist.
Joe says, that's what you get, Andy, for posting on Facebook trying to shame your parents. You've disturbed the almighty algorithm.
They're already shamed. They have me as a son.
Why, God? Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, everybody likes to feel like they're being lashed by the algorithm, but make that shit work for you. Go into whatever search thing and just search for things that you like to look at, right? And that's what'll be marketed to you. I like looking at motorcycles, so every time I swipe past it, there'll be a nice Honda Valkyrie or sometimes, or a Rune, and I'll get a nice chub or whatever. Or I'll look at like a nice fat boy. Yeah, or like there'll be a nice camera up for sale or something. Someone will like offer up a A7R3 for some reasonable price, and I'll go, whoa, maybe someday. But that's working for yourself. You're not hoping that all of the weird things that you say in the vicinity of your phone end up in front of you and with a price tag underneath them.
Kayla says,
that's why Andy often has T-shirts marketed to him that have Craigslist sex ads.
That's true.
Nice.
Yeah, that's true.
Kayla says,
I get those Facebook T-shirts that say, I'm not afraid to J.O. because I'm an American and a teacher.
Really nailed down your algorithm.
All right, what's going on, Kayla?
Did you know that assholes don't fear the Reaper?
No? Neither does
because the Rim with his tongue, there's no shame.
Oh, I thought it was the whiz, the sperm, or I can't think of a third thing. What is Kayla saying?
Kayla says, great, I'm watching on my phone, and now Facebook's probably listening in and going to put this nasty Reaper in my marketplace.
Oh, yeah, it totally will. It totally will.
Yeah, let's say it a few more times just to really get it in
Reaper.
there.
Yeah, Facebook is still, no matter what everybody tells me it is still a weird place. It's somehow devolving into, but I feel like everything is like this common denominator. Instagram started as photos, and now it's like short videos. Facebook was like sending likes and sending drinks, and like if you remember that, like you're that ancient, like you could send a beer over Facebook.
Wait, what? I don't remember that.
Yeah. Oh my God. But you were a late adopter.
That's true.
You had a flip phone until 2
Adam
years
had
ago.
a flip phone until seriously, until
Switch.
Until
how old are you
yesterday.
now? 80?
Yeah.
He's 80.
I mean, we don't talk about his jitterbug because he's all sensitive about it, but that better left than ever.
Jitterbug is dead. I have a real boy phone now.
He does have a real boy phone now. Did you know that Jitterbug was made by the band Wham?
Yeah, I think I did.
The phone?
Yeah.
And the song. That's how they got the idea. They were like, hey, everybody who likes this song is very old now, and they need a phone with giant numbers. Oh, and Adam. They also said that. One of the guys was like, don't forget Adam. he's hilarious.
That's going to be stuck in my head now for the rest of the night. The song.
Good.
Anyway.
Mission accomplished. We're hanging up.
Bye, guys. Hey.
George Michael paid me for this.
Is he still
I know
alive?
you're saying, beyond the grave.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought. Okay, so he's like Tom Clancying it.
Yep.
There are some people who they've put out more work after they died than ever when they were alive. Tupac, I feel, is one of them. Tom Clancy is another one. Maybe Harlan Ellison, if you count all of his republishes and stuff.
Harlan Ellison. Is that a comedian?
He's a horror writer.
Oh. I was thinking of a comedian, I think.
You're thinking of Harlan Williams,
Okay.
the tall guy who's not very funny in my opinion. He does. Oh God damn it! Now I can't remember. Whatever. You know him. You love him. I'm sure.
You know him, Lee. You love him. The guy who's not very good.
The guy's not very good, in my opinion. He always reminds me of the guy who did Goat Boy, and I don't remember his name.
Goat Boy. The guy who did Goat Boy. Is
Yeah,
the name of
on
biography.
Saturday Night Live. Do you guys remember that Saturday Night Live back in the old days?
Oh,
It-
the
it's
guy
still
who
running today.
completely sucks now?
Yeah, Jim Brewer.
Jim
Goat
Cummings,
Boy.
voice of Winnie the Pooh, who was also on Saturday Night Live.
That is exactly what I was talking about. He was 90 years old at the time. All he wore was a red shirt.
Jim Cummings is still alive.
Is he?
Yeah.
The original voice of Winnie the Pooh.
I don't
don't
think
know,
he's
but-
the original, but he does like every Winnie the Pooh character all at once right now.
He does a lot of voices everywhere.
Well, whatever. That's like, so he's like the Frank Welker of Disney?
Kinda. He was Darkwing Duck, Cat Dog.
Boy, oh boy, Darkwing Duck, right? I want to watch Tailspin again. I've been really feeling a hankering for it. I don't know. That somehow comes in waves, and I'm waiting for the opportunity for my child to like gain enough attention span to start watching things with a through line, and he's almost there.
The remakes of most of this shit are better than the original.
How
Because
dare
they actually
you.
have writers now. I assume this is created by some sort of like they just shook a ball that had words in it.
What, you mean the old ones?
Yeah.
Oh, because the old ones, they were still in the dark ages. Like, who knew what the fuck was going on? Like, whatever. But yeah, I agree with you. The like, let's say, for instance, like the modern day Mickey cartoons, I think are fucking hilarious. Like,
They are though.
they are. The old Mickey cartoons like had to be family friendly, and so they appealed to nobody. The new ones have found a way to appeal to, I feel, everybody. You don't have to be like, my kid laughs at it and I laugh at it because it's so fucking hilarious.
I love the Chinatown one and the one where they're in India and he has to ride the.
Yeah, the one where
Elephant.
like Goofy's grandmother comes over, I think is solid gold. I think when Minnie's apartment's on fire, I think that's hilarious. I think the spooky ones where zombie Goofy is chasing Mickey and all he wants to do is help, like they're all so hilarious.
Yeah.
I don't know. They really figured it out recently.
Yeah.
I think they figured out that if you want to have good ratings, you have to make it appeal to two audiences.
Well, no, that's the thing. It's specific enough that they're finally touching upon like human situations and not bullshit cartoon ones. Because we can like a being panicked about a fire is relatable, but all the crazy shenanigans that can only happen in a cartoon can ensue. Like in a sitcom, if somebody's going to go and do that whole thing, they can't do half of what they do in a cartoon. And that's what it is. It's like whatever, Perfect Strangers cranked up to 11 because it's animated.
Or they
Yeah.
lit Balky on fire.
Yeah, remember they would light Balky on fire and they would squirt gasoline at him with super soakers?
He did the dance of Many fires.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was from Mykonos, right?
Some Greek place.
Meepos.
Mypos.
Mypos. That sounds right.
Meepos.
He's from Meeples.
Meeples, Italy. He was from the same place as the Fraggles, right?
Yeah.
I remember. I'm trying to remember the intro to that show. I remember Cousin Larry was like moving from the town to a big city, and Cousin Balky was waving goodbye to that big Snuffleupagus-looking character and all the other Fraggles and the dog.
Yeah,
He took a last bite out of a building built by a miniature man.
stepped on the Dozer's construction project.
Yeah, and there was a giant strawberry. I remember it was a weird. What was a
Every
weird
once in a
show?
while, he goes and gets advice from the trash pile out back.
Yeah, what was up with that?
He squeezed out of a hole, and an old man was surprised with his Muppet dog.
That guy. So here's the thing. Maybe that'll be my new thing that I want out of life. Because when I was young, I wanted to shave my head like Gordon on Sesame Street, right? And I achieved that dream. And maybe I'm confusing this old guy, but the old guy from the Fraggles, he's a real live old dude, right?
Yes.
I think so.
Okay, so the guy I'm picturing has that white hair that's like parted at the side, and he's always like, and his coif is always all over the place.
Cloth.
Like his hair, like his coif of hair.
Yeah, he was like an
context
inventor or
clues.
something.
Yeah, so
He was an inventor.
yeah, but he had like a Buddy Hackett style voice, maybe. Am I
When I
thinking of?
picture him in my mind right now, I picture Toodles from the Hook movie.
Yeah, kind of like that, but slimmer and not like so pear shaped. Less hair. Less.
I picture the old man with the skulls in the basement from The Burbs.
What? No. Henry Gibson is way too
Yeah,
small.
no, that's no way.
Too small? Oh, sorry, Henry Gibson's a leprechaun.
He's so tiny. Don't you remember him?
I mean,
I
compared
remember
to
it from Boston Legal.
compared to who we are talking about, he is not. He's like by far and away. The people we're talking about have like an accent. I feel.
I think he was British or something.
Hey, how you like this? Hey, Pinocchio, where are you going? Right? Guys, you just mentioned the Burbs, and you're not even going to give me a fucking pity laugh for that?
Oh.
Okay, how about this one?
Rice. See, that one works for me. I've seen that movie a few times.
No, I love the Burbs. That was a deep pull for me.
Deep pull! That's like one of the best parts of the movie. Dude's running around the lawn on lederhosen, and he's like, dude. He goes, hey, Pinocchio, where are you going? And he like slips in dog shit. I may be making that last part up.
Zero idea what movie you're talking about.
Oh my god! So The Burbs is a movie with Tom
movie
Hanks.
about Tom Hanks, and then he finds skulls in the basement.
Yeah.
Well, not in his basement, does he?
Well, somebody else's basement.
No, it was somebody else. He found
Yeah.
a femur in his yard-ish.
Yeah, he's got a weird neighbor who turns out is like some sort of weird murderer. Like it would be like if the Munsters were real people and not sitcom people.
Like scary real
Oh.
people.
Yeah, like they're actual
Sure,
murderers.
It would be like if the Munsters actually acted on their monstrous desires and
Yeah.
killed people.
I never knew where Grace was from when you would scream it
Really?
until today.
Ferris
right now.
Bueller's Day Off, my friend. What's
man.
his nuts?
Love that movie.
What's the guy's name? He was
The
from.
child molester?
Yeah.
He's not so great.
He was in Beetlejuice too. Jeffrey Jones.
He's also in Mom and Dad Save the World.
I think you might be right. Jeffrey Jones sounds right.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Jones sounds like some sort of person that had a religious cult.
He did. Jeffrey Jonestown. But he was also in Sleepy Hollow. He played a nice fat judge, and there he gets his head cut
He
off.
was pretty good in that one.
Remember the tragedy, Jeffrey Jonestown?
Yeah.
Yeah,
all those children.
Drank all that
Flavor
bad
Aid.
Crystal Light.
Yeah, bad Crystal Light, and they all dress like Jeffrey Jones characters, which are all just men in suits.
Yeah, basically just dads.
Yeah, they were all Principal Rooney.
And you take your poison shot and you go Grace, and then fall down dead.
Yeah, that was their plan. The cult idea was they would all drink the Crystal Light, and as they started frothing at the mouth with the one last heave of grace, the cabin they were in would be covered by an avalanche, and their frozen bodies would then be picked up by their alien overlords and thawed back on the home planet.
Yep.
Now say your favorite Jeffrey Jones line.
Grace. Oh no, he sang Deo as well. Should I sing?
Yeah, that was him. That was his actual voice.
Yeah.
Was it?
Oh yeah. No, that's that entire song.
I
As they
believe it.
moved person to person, they matched each other's voices.
Yeah. There's no lip syncing at all in that.
And
in
you're
that
saying,
scene.
but you're saying it was all done by Jeffrey Jones.
Oh no, Jeffrey Jones was a part of it, but Catherine O'Hara was as well.
And Otho, whatever his name
Yeah,
was.
Otho. That's just his name.
Remember Lydia?
I think I've seen Otho in like one other movie, and then he just vanished.
He was in. Oh God, the Stallone Schwarzenegger movie? Not Stallone. Stallone Snipes movie.
Demolition Man.
Demolition Man. Yeah, he was in that. He played basically the same character.
I think he only plays that character.
He had the same fucking haircut too. Like it was the same kimono. Like he's like, oh, I'll just bring the wardrobe I had from the Burton film. I'm like, yeah, I guess
funny
it's.
How, being a yuppie art critic coincides with a future man.
Yeah, with like a dystopian future.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because in the future, well, that's the thing. The outlandish of the 80s was also the stupidish of the future. Remember all the LeMay people thought we'd be wearing by this time?
LeMay.
It's that shiny material. Like, we would all be wearing, like, basically Space Mutiny style outfits.
Yeah, we'd all be basically reflectors.
It's because we'd have less atmosphere and the sun would be closer, so we need to reflect its harmful rays.
Oh, who doesn't remember the 3 seashells from Demolition Man? Am I right?
Yeah, you just scoop out your butthole.
I
assume that's how that works.
I do not see how that was like a thing. What? Like today we have like ways around toilet paper if you don't want to use it, but to like they're metal. You have to. Who washes them?
It's probably like buttons for like a sonic bidet or something.
In your button.
No, that's exactly it. Is depending on how dirty your butthole was, it would the higher the frequency, the more poop could just be blasted off your hole.
It just kind of vibrates your butt.
So it's like a sonic hair for your butthole.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. If you were to be like a what you call it, like a test pilot for that, like they're gonna shoot sonic rays at your asshole to try and clean some shit off of it, knock yourself out. I'm gonna wait till at least phase C. A and B, I'm gonna let pass.
I'll be on the ground floor with the sonic butt care.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then you're gonna have radiation burns all over the underside of your nutsack, and I'll be like, told ya.
Don't you bullshit me.
How do you think they're going to make the Sonic? They need some sort of everlasting power source. It's the future.
Over here guiling the fuck out of his butthole.
Guiling?
I fly off the toilet. That's the first prototype.
Oh, yeah. But maybe it would eventually they'll scale it back. But yeah, I'm sure the first one would be a doozy.
But you know what? The butt was clean.
Very clean butt, but I'm missing half of my butt.
Yeah, I'd love to see the like 2 scientists come in holding clipboards, and they look up, and there's Adam embedded in the ceiling, just ass out, like trousers around his ankles, and the scientists look up at his butthole, and they go, "Yeah, it's pretty clean."
Yeah, my butt went from concave to convex, or whichever way makes that funny.
Yes, so you did good.
I'm good.
It's already concave, at least I hope.
Yeah. Take out the part where I didn't know which one was which.
Got it.
Well, if an angle is concave, it makes it cave.
Yeah, and if it's convex, you're vexed by a witch, and you have to spend the next 7 years stepping on toads.
That's exactly what I always tell the children: do not
I've
draw
been convexed.
any convex shapes because the witch will appear.
Yeah, I think that was by the same makers of the Bye Bye Man, the convex.
That's the worst.
Yeah, that was the joke. The convex would be as bad as the Bye Bye Man because it was a bad joke. Get it?
Oh.
Convexed. The Vavitch.
Good joke. You did good.
I mean, I'm not saying everything everything I say has to be funny, but I can at least get some of them right.
Yeah, I mean, you miss every shot you don't take.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing too. But then you get
miss some of the shots you do take.
Yeah, you get the startling. But here's the good thing about the shots that you don't take. There's an infinite amount of them, so you can it's like looking at yourself between 2 mirrors. Does that make sense?
Yeah, where you look at yourself between 2 mirrors and you're like, oh, I have a lot of friends now.
Look at this party.
Because those are the shots you don't take because they're infinite.
Amount.
Oh, but if I start taking shots between 2 mirrors, then all of my friends are taking shots too.
Yeah, now I'm a social drinker.
I'm at a party.
Yeah, you're getting wasted infinitely, bro. That's a Mobius strip of booze. Righteous. I feel like I'm getting very tired and it's starting to show via my lack of dialogue.
Tell me more about this Bye Bye Man.
So I guess it's all okay. So if you want to talk about it, I did buy the book. It's a short story in the book, "The President's Vampire and Other Bullshit Tales Made Up by Some Asshole."
Favorite anthology.
And here's the thing: here's the thing I was upset about when I got it. So picked it up, and I knew it was going to be a short story, an anthology of short stories, rather. But what I didn't know is that the dude was literally going to do no legwork and essentially just pontificate and do no more than, if this is true, then logic. And if you don't buy the first if, the rest of the thens seem like a mounting pile of bullshit.
Well,
didn't they make a movie about that?
They did.
Yes, it's the poo poo pee pee man.
The poo poo pee pee man. You may be laughing until he kills you. Yeah, but awful shit. It was fucking terrible, and that guy's a hack. And I didn't even get to the Bye Bye Man story, which is the train to Body Island.
You could have skipped ahead.
I can't do that. I'm not that. If I'm gonna start, I gotta start from the start. And if this guy was not going to say what?
It's an anthology. You can start wherever you want.
I know, but I wanted to get a read on the dude before I dove into this, his seminal work. And it turns out I couldn't make it through the first story. And it was just the most backwoods bullshit, brain-addled shit. It was like these two families who lived a mile apart from each other in the backwoods of nowhere, trading stories about how they think a Bigfoot stomping around with no evidence until one of them shoots the other one in a hilarious hunting accident. Proof of Bigfoot. Dun dun. And a guy dies.
Bigfoot is hunting accidents.
Yeah, it turns out Bigfoot was one of the neighbors, and I was just overlooking that crucial detail.
We have a very tall son. Please don't shoot him.
Yeah. No, it was just like a huge Bigfoot with a big straw hat, and he always had a piece of weed hanging out of his mouth.
Hey, say hi to Tony. He's watching us on his big screen TV.
Holy shit. What's up, Tony?
So he can't chat, but he sent me a picture on Instagram of us on a big screen.
Oh, boy. Sorry to waste up so much valuable real estate.
Hi.
43 inches of pure Dave.
So moderator Kayla kicked out a dude.
Okay.
So it was he came in the room and was like, "Hey, if I ask a trivia question, you can't cheat, but you can discuss, and if you get it right, I'll send you $25." And Joe's like,
What?
"Fuck yeah, let's do it,
Joe!"
And the question was, "What is the largest living land mammal right now?" But then Kayla,
I think it was a predator, and I'm gonna say the hippo.
I thought you said it was the Predator.
It was
the predator.
Wouldn't it be like the African bull elephant if we're going to get real? What are we doing here?
The African bull elephant just eats plants. It doesn't.
Oh,
predate.
wait, did somebody say whatever? Who cares? What's the point of this story? I'm so tired.
Moderator Kayla blocked him, and then they
Dave has been jumping on a trampoline all day.
I've been jumping on a trampoline for 8 hours, and I am tired.
for a solid 20 minutes.
I punch in
Total.
that time clock, and I jump on that trampoline all day.
David was ready to go to work, and he said, "I'm bringing this fucker with me."
Yeah, I said, it's tramp day, and I threw it in the back of the bike, and I almost got ripped off of that thing because of the wind. But what am I going to do? I needed to tramp.
And on Tramp Day, he only listens to Supertramp.
Oh, that's a good song though. Tony says, "Sup."
Yeah, I only listened to the one song. Sup, Tony?
Sup, Tony?
And Joe, don't encourage the fucking riffraff that comes into the typing square, you numbnuts.
Yeah, the dude actually had a profile picture and he had a name. It wasn't some random Chinese
Right,
bullshit.
but who's gonna come in and be like, "Hey, who wants $25? This isn't a fucking Marriott meeting room."
This could have been like a cash cab for live podcast.
Yeah, this could have been
yeah.
YouTube Cash Cab.
Oh, great. Thanks, Kayla. Now you've ruined our cash cab in the typing square.
We'll never get sponsored now.
Yeah. Bring back your $25.
Throwaway stream scam.
Hey, who wants to win a new Dreamcast system? What?
Oh, I do. Heck yeah.
I had a nude Dreamcast system, and Sonic Adventure was very confusing.
I mean, they don't really wear any clothes anyways.
I just thought you got
It
a
was weirder
console
than that.
without the plastic on it.
No.
So it made all the games nude, like it was like permanent nude code, like we always heard about in the PlayStation.
Yeah, it added dongs too.
Yeah,
Like, everything.
yeah, the nude code plus the dong modifier. Everybody had dongs, like all the weapons were dongs.
It was
really
kind of fun playing NFL 2K2.
Don't play Seaman.
Did you guys? Now, I never played sports games, but did you guys ever play NFL Blitz?
Yeah.
No.
That was like the only game worth a damn if you were not a sports fan that was sports related, because it was basically just fuck up the other team with violent combat.
It's an NFL game, so there's still kind of NFL rules, but
Yeah,
afterwards you just butt slam some
Yeah.
guy.
That was we were just racing toward the finish line of being able to just wreck the other team and not get red carded for it, essentially.
That's like the Monster League shit, if anybody remembers those.
Never played one, but yeah.
Or Mutant League, sorry.
Yeah, Mutant League.
I think the only sports game I ever owned was a soccer game on Nintendo 64.
Eee.
Was it FIFA? Because that's the only thing they put
I think
out.
that's the only soccer games there is.
Where were you living at the time? Brazil?
Yeah. I said, go! And run around my living room.
I bet people called you out on the fact that your pencil mustache was black, but your hair was red, right?
You know, people think I'm weird for dyeing my pencil mustache, but I think it helps me stand out.
It does.
I mean, it's very John Waters. Don't get me wrong. It's very John Waters. But when I see that the curtains and the drapes don't even match the throw, I go, what?
You know, people think I'm weird for not wearing pants to an interview, but I think it helps me stand out.
Yeah,
Adam did play my nude cast, and he.
Adam's a never nude, but he's like always in cargo shorts, which I get because like the functionality. Like if you're going,
you don't understand. Adam's an always nude.
but wait, what? No,
He's always got something hanging out.
But I do have like a utility belt of like cargo pants pockets, but without the pants.
Yeah. It's like the pants are held up by string, like it's like a VR representation, like a Commodore 64 pair of boxer shorts with real pockets.
So I like being comfortable, but I also like the utility.
Here's the thing: get some of those. Everybody wears like mesh tank tops and stuff. Wear some mesh shorts.
You think mesh should be a good workaround for being an always nude?
Probably, yeah, because it's like you can still see the outline. There's still the same basic airflow, and you're not necessarily getting kicked out of.
I'm gonna get weird tan lines though.
Yeah, and right now Adam is basically sex offender Batman.
Well, I mean, your tan lines are ultra weird right now because like you're ultra brown from the waist down, and like the farmer tan from the waist up. You're like a guy who fell asleep in only a t-shirt at a pool.
Why is there fucking like 33 Kaylas in the chat?
Yeah, we've got Kayla, we've got moderator Kayla,
Don't mess with the
alternate
mods.
Kayla, and Kayla the third.
Oh shit! Am I gonna be banned for my own podcast?
Do not mess with the hydra of our moderator.
Don't say any trivia and you'll be fine.
Don't trivialize and don't
guys
offer
know
$25. If anyone starts offering money, you're out. Patreon. No, just kidding. Oh man. Well, guys, I guess this has been a show. Let's start wrapping it up. And you know how we do it. You guys haven't been on in a while, so I'm going to ask you, and hopefully you'll have something. But we're doing staff recommendations. So, what do you think the people in the typing square should imbibe?
I've been enjoying Moon Knight, the television show, not the comic.
And not the thing in the actual night?
Yeah.
So, yeah, with like smaller. We were just talking about this with the Arge and the Peach, but the smaller, or was it them? I don't know. I don't have a good memory, and I'm tired. But the smaller stuff in Marvel really is the most compelling stuff to me.
Well, and what's his face? The guy who was Poe Dameron and
Oscar
Isaac.
Oscar Isaac has been doing such a good job of being like this multi-personality asshole.
You're also forgetting his most famous role of Apocalypse from X-Men Apocalypse.
Really?
Yes.
Never watched that one.
Adam and I so when I worked at Target, I bought that movie for $3, took the code, and gave Adam the Blu-ray, and neither of us have
Neither of
watched
us have seen it.
Nice.
$3 wasted. Not even a coaster out of the deal. Well, now you know it's Oscar Isaacs in that getup.
That sucks. I'm sorry,
Sorry.
Oscar.
Well, here's the thing. I hear that he's the most enjoyable part of that movie, so it might be worth a watch. If now you know, for prying minds and eyes want to know. Wait, what were you recommending? X-Men?
Moon Knight.
Moon Knight. Okay, yeah, you weren't recommending
You
X-Men
were
Apocalypse.
recommending X-Men Apocalypse.
Okay, now Adam, you were recommending X-Men Apocalypse. Tell us a little about that.
I was recommending X-Men Apocalypse. My favorite part is when Nightcrawler infiltrates the Kremlin.
All right,
And he gets all those secret documents and potato pancakes.
Takes the nuclear codes.
No, but what do you really want to recommend?
I I've been really enjoying pineapple juice recently.
Just the drink?
Just pineapple juice.
All
No,
right.
that's a rap. That's a SoundCloud rapper.
Hey man, if you're of the if you're of the notion, it's a great way to go. And if you're, not restricted like self-imposed and stupidly like I am, get some of that shit and pineapple. I mean, not the juice. Slice it up and throw it on the grill. Whenever you just cook something, it'll brighten up every barbecue.
I've done weird tacos where it's sweet potato and pork tacos with grilled pineapple.
Ugh, gross.
My only problem with pineapple juice is the only way you can seem to buy it is the weird little they're soda cans, but they're smaller.
Oh, like the
and
Dole ones?
Cooking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You will.
That's the only way you can find it.
Adam, that's frozen pineapple juice concentrate.
I mean, it's all going to be. But all of every drop of citrus juice you buy spent anywhere between 1 and 6 months in a silo somewhere, so I wouldn't even worry about that. But yeah, pineapple juice is one of those things where I think because it is so rich and thick, I don't think a lot of people want to fuck with it.
Rich and thick describes me perfectly.
Like it's a thick juice, you guys. I mean, not for nothing. Or plus all of the pineapple that comes in the cans is in its own juice, so they gotta save it for the canning.
I feel like that's more syrupy than just juice, but I don't know. It's
Next
been a
time,
while.
next time you're in a grocery store, you'll see canned in syrup, in juice, and in water. Sometimes in sardine oil, and that's the one you don't want.
Love me some pineapple.
Krista, do you want to recommend
Great
anything?
sardine pineapple.
Do you want to recommend anything, Krista?
Yeah, since Tony was in here, I'll recommend.
Oh yeah.
He has a business called ADL Bath Bombs, and he does super awesome bath bombs, shower steamers, foot bombs.
If
hand
Kayla
sanitizers.
was a robot, she could drop a link to it in our show notes.
It's adlbathbombs.square.site. So it's a Square site. You could just Google ADL Bath Bombs. They have an Instagram. He's got an Instagram. I love them. He does with and without CBD. He's got lotion. It's amazing. After we do markets together and stuff, I take a nice bath, and
he's small and local to us, so
yes,
you
support
can,
small business.
Yeah,
A bath bomb is my favorite
I was
thing.
gonna say I'm gonna have to check that out because our home is a bath bomb home.
I have still. I think the one time I did it, I fucked it up, and I put a bath bomb in the shower, and I just watched it do jack shit.
Why did you put it? It's a bath bomb.
Well, because okay, full disclosure, I know jack about shit. And so when I was doing it, it was on a whim. I tossed it on the floor. I was hoping to smell something nice. Nothing happened. I'm moving on.
Well, yeah.
I rolled around on it like a Russian bear.
Yeah, I stepped on it. I crushed it in between my fingers, and I rubbed it in my hair, and nothing happened.
The last
That
time
ball
I
was not
saw
so strong, he said.
Last time I saw Tony, I got myself bath bombs. I got David a shower steamer. I got Vince shower steamers. My mom a bath bomb for her birthday. It's
So that's
Awesome.
where we're going to go. Like, every time now we do something, it should be hopefully something owned by someone who
yeah.
is a real
There's,
person.
of course, Tony Collette, actor in
United States of Terra? Yeah, it's Hereditary.
Hereditary. There you go.
Yes.
Also, never seen that, so there you go. I don't know why I said also. Also, never seen that.
Also, me either.
Yeah, I guess I don't have anything to recommend.
David recommends jumping.
Oh yeah, get yourself a nice trampoline.
Recommend Athena, Bewitching Spirits.
I can double down on her Bewitching Spirit. You can buy Athena's
She makes
fun
gemstone
stuff. She makes
trees.
gemstone trees and sells whatever gems and stuff. But I was gonna say I'll also plug the other show because it's gaining steam way more than this show. People, because it's scripted and I sort of. But the Raiders of the Lost Genre show I do is super fun. We've been able to do the cursed camera concept that RJ put that bug in my ear. I've done a sitcom intro for that thing. It's been very fun doing all of that, and so I recommend that highly. The next one coming out, I think, is going to be Gangbusters, and I've already forgotten what it is. That's how good it is.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, God damn it, we're gonna have to come back because I had a Dracula question and we didn't address it. So
Yeah, I feel like the one thing we all have in common now is Dracula, and you fucking forgot about it till the very end.
I'm sorry. I wanted. It was related to Morbius.
Oh, have you seen Morbius?
No, but I know of Morbius.
I know of Morbius too. I've got the collector card literally right there in my binder.
He's the living vampire. What the fuck?
Well, but that's like Blade, right? He's half vampire. Like, where do we draw the line?
I don't know.
Yeah, isn't he a living vampire?
Listen, we'll watch it and we'll do a review universe on it, but later. I guess that's it, guys. We're, if you want to follow me or us on Facebook or Twitter, we're out there. There's some links associated to all the stuff going on around. And I guess that's it. So until next time, my name is Dave.
I'm Krista.
The Dread Pirate Roberts?
And I'm Adam.
Saying, we'll catch you next time. And this has been weird because it wasn't supposed to be live. We'll see you next time.
It seems like a regular show to me.
Right?
For this. Try to.